takes, wanna know one. Alright. And I can go for hours, ain't believe me, had to show one. Alright. See, I prefer the flow and not the beat.
What's up, you guys? This is Miss Ray at the Truckette, and I'm coming back with a question and answer video. A lot of you had a lot of questions, so I'm gonna jump straight into it from the questions from the YouTube and emails, and even some off of Instagram and Facebook. So I'm gonna answer some and kind of clarify what school I went to for training and how I got into Roehl and that type of thing, because a lot of people got it confused and thought I did my training with Roehl Transport. I did not. No, couldn't do it. So I'm going to be looking away from the camera and onto the screen to look for the questions and stuff. It's kind of scattered out. I just got off from work, so yeah, bear with me. So the first question, and I believe I answered this question, but Jeremy asked, how much gross pay should I expect to make in a month doing like the 7-4, 7-3, or 14-7 fleet? Honestly, they're going to tell you that you're going to be bringing home $800-900 a week starting out, and you're not going to make that. And I'm just going to be honest with you, you're not. And two, jumping into a company like Roehl, they mentioned the 7-on, 7-off, 7-3, 7-4 fleets and all that, regional fleets, but you're going to be national for at least 6 months before you can even touch any of those fleets. So keep that in mind. Let's see what's going down the list. I had a lot of questions about what school I went to. You guys, I went to Iowa Central Community College, based in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Now, if you want information about that school and you're thinking about going to that school, I can give you the information, the recruiter's phone number. Her name is Jamie, and I can definitely provide that to you. I just provided it to another young lady yesterday. So that's what school I went to get my CDL, and who I trained with. They are, it's a college, and you go there and you stay for 2 months. I stayed there for March, April, and half of May. I graduated May 15th, and before then I got my CDL. They teach you how to do back end and everything. Even if you don't know how to shift, they will teach you. This is a college. They don't rush you. And honestly, myself, I will never tell somebody to go and try and get their CDL starting out with a trucking company. Do not, because for one, they're all about just giving you that CDL, not teaching you how to operate that truck. So, from my experience, I will go to a college. And this is the main question a lot of you ask: do you have to pay anything up front? No, like it's financial aid based. You can pay out of pocket if you want to. It's expensive, but you can do that. But I applied with my financial aid, and my financial aid covered it. After you graduate from that school, you go on with the trucking company, and they give you a form for your trainer to fill out once you complete your training with the company. And when you do that, then you turn it back in. They see your certificate saying that you graduated, you got your CDL. That's pretty much it. So just to clarify that, I did not train with Roehl. I only trained with a trainer to get my truck with Roehl. That's the difference. So put that out there. Next question. Aaron asked, do you have a choice to pick your own truck? Some companies let you, but Roehl does not. They give you a truck, they assign it before you even know. It can be international, freight line, or anything. They have automatics, but mm, mostly in Indiana. So down South Atlanta probably won't see automatics for probably another year. So no, you don't get to pick your truck with Roehl. Next question. Did I get any miles with them? As I stated in my other video, I did not really get any miles that they said I would get. They pretty much talked a good game and said, you're gonna average about 2 to 3 thousand miles a week. Yeah, I did not. Yeah, I did. So next question. Um, Chris, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. But he said he was looking into getting a CDL with Roehl, and he was wondering how's it paid because people are trashing the company, saying you only get $200 to $300 a week. Yeah. When I first started, I was like, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. But now, uh, yeah, it is true. So with Roehl, you're not gonna really make a lot of money. Um, so keep that in mind. Next question. This came from Rose Williams, I believe. Um, he asked, or she asked, it could be a she. Well, they asked what kind of drug tests do they do at Roehl? Urine, hair, or both? Roehl Transport does both. And this is another reason why I kind of felt left out, and I was like, you know what? They're not really rushing to get my results back. Everybody had got their results back except for me, and I was the only one in the class that hadn't did any cocaine or nothing, and I was the last one to get my drug test results back. I was very upset. I was the last one to get hired on. Everybody else had been left with their trainers to go out on the road. I was the last one. So yeah, that really pissed me off. Okay, next is the same question about hair follicle testing. They do that. Kavern Simmons asked, what do I think is a good school coming out of South Carolina since he's from Greenville? Honestly, I started to pick Greenville Tech at first, and they wanted, I forgot how much out of pocket up front, but they wanted money out of pocket. This is a college too. And I was like, at the time I was not working. I was like, I can't do that. I'm going to have to find something else that's financial aid based. So honestly, there are, matter of fact, if you go to the unemployment office, you can go in and ask, what schools or where are they doing like CDL testing or training, ask for courses at the unemployment office. Some of them will actually fund you, will pay for it, and you go through the program for free. So look into that. Next question. Let's see. Oh, that was kind of a personal question, you guys. I'm sorry. Doe LA Evans asked, do they have teams? Roehl is funny about teams. Usually if you're a husband and wife team, they will let you do it, but if not, they don't really want to deal with the hassle, with friends teaming and then somebody gets mad, throws the other one out of the truck. Yeah, they don't want to deal with that. So if you're husband and wife, you probably can team, or in a relationship, married, you can probably team up and drive. Next question. That was about a song. Next, um, so this one is from O3 Termy SVT. I don't know. I'm probably messing up the name. He asked or she asked, if you come out of CDL school and come to Roehl with your Class A license, how long is it before you get with your trainer, and how do you have to train? Oh, how long do you have to train? So basically, coming out of school, you'll go through orientation with Roehl. It's a week long. They let you stay at the Comfort Suite, and they provide the hotel provides breakfast, and they provide lunch at the school or at the terminal. It felt like school, you guys. Oh my god. Um, but they provide lunch at the terminal, and that evening they give you vouchers to go to Piccadilly that night. So yeah. Um, Now once we finished orientation, they got us to our trainers quickly. Me and another lady, we actually had to leave out the next day after we got hired on, and they gave us a rental car. We had to drive from Georgia to Indiana, Gary, Indiana, and that night we stayed there. But my trainer was there that night we got there, and she was ready to go. Like, she was like, okay, get your stuff, put it in the truck, I'm ready to ride out at 4 in the morning. So it's pretty quick. um Rail does 12 days of training. That was another question. How long do you have to train? So 12 days, 2 weeks. If you're good, a week. I finished up in a week and a half. I had to go through multiple trainers because I had problems with my first trainer. She was very disrespectful. Next. Oh, and he also asked, and once your training is done, how long would it be before you can come home? Um, if you've been gone for a while, they really they base it off how long you've been away from home from the start of orientation. I was gone almost 30 days, and then they let me come home for a week. So after I was done with the training, I got my truck and I was running loads. They let me come home like after the next 2 weeks. So they wanted to make sure I had a little bit of money in my pocket, but what I was running, it wasn't nothing. Next question. Excalibur 25 asks, can you tell me how you receive your directions? Does the truck have a GPS that they send them to? And he also asked, does it guide you turn by turn, or is it just page with word directions? Also, I am thinking about getting my CDL at their school and joining flatbed. Okay, that's nice. Oh, and he also asked, do they send a bus ticket or is the students responsible for their own way? Um, Again, I did not attend their training course. I went to Iowa Central, and they use Qualcomm and PC. Qualcomm, I didn't get to experience that. I didn't use that. I used the PCs. They're like little tablet things. um, and the directions come by message first, and once you go to your GPS, they already have the the map set up of where you gotta stop, where you gotta fuel up, and where you're gonna be going to. So within that, you can go and add little stops. So if you want to stop at a certain truck stop or fleet, you can go and add those little flags in. So if you like turn by turn directions, they give you those in the message. You can write those down. I did that too, just in case something happened with my tablet and I couldn't, look at it. So, and especially when you get into those liberty towns, you need to know those directions, turn by turn, because they might have truck routes or something like that. So that's what they do. Next question. Uh, Okay, Francisco, and I don't know your last name. Can't pronounce it. Spanish looks like. Um, she asked, do they run paper logs or e-logs? And they run e-logs. They give you paper logs too, just in case. Like I said, if something goes wrong with the PC or Qualcomm, you'll have that to keep track. So next question. Okay, so this was an issue a young lady had because she was kind of confused on how everything works with applying for a trucking company. When you get your CDL, apply for the student position coming out of school. They have that on their applications if you're wanting to be a company driver, lease purchase, um, or student driver. And it's another one I can't think of it right now. But make sure you put student driver, because if you don't and they go back and check everything and it was like, okay, well, you haven't drove at all, you know, and you're like, oh, yeah, I know, but they're wanting to know, like, are you coming out of school? Because they have training programs for you, to go through orientation, to get with the trainer. Some companies require you to stay out with the trainer for a month. Luckily, Roehl does not. It's one of the few companies that does not. That's one good thing I liked about Roehl, because I was able to get my truck in less than 2 weeks. I didn't have to stay out with an annoying trainer for a month. So that's an advantage for them. So look into that, definitely. But when you are applying, make sure you apply for the student position. You are a recent graduate. Make sure you mark that, because they're gonna want to know. And make sure you're listing down if you have endorsements. Make sure you put the endorsements. If you do not, say that you do not. Do not lie. I cannot stress this enough. Do not lie on your application. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna throw it in the trash or delete it or not call you. And there it is, your opportunity out the window. I had a speeding ticket 15 miles per hour over whatever, and I didn't lie about it. You know, with some companies that they actually wanted to give me a chance. You know, because I honestly, I was honest on my whole application. I didn't lie about anything, and I told them up front what happened. And then you know what happened? I come home and got my driver report thing, and I didn't realize that they had dropped it to 10 miles per hour. So I was shitting myself from a lot of companies. So yeah, just make sure you look at that stuff before you even go to CDL school. Know what's on your background. Know what your tickets are. Like, go through all of that so you will know, because that's the easiest way to get caught up in the application. So it's like, okay, well, you have this on here, but we see this. And then they're gonna look at you like, okay, what's going on? So that, let me see. So that was that with that one lady. And there was another question: do they have automatic or 10-speed? Rail is primarily 10-speed. Like I said, they have automatics, but they probably won't see them down south for another year. They have the 10 speeds and the internationals, KWs, Freightliners, everything. I personally, I love a 10 speed. I love them, darling. I love them. I don't know, it's just something about when you have to go from 5 and go all the way over to 6 and drop it down. I just love it, especially when I'm turning. But anyway, so I think that was all the questions. Oh, it was another one on my other YouTube video. A guy asked what does Roehl start out at, and for student graduates, it starts out at 32 cents per mile. So I know if you have more experience or you coming in from another company, they'll pay you more. So yeah. And I talked to a lot of my friends that I made in orientation. Um, we were all talking about going to night transport. So another journey. we shall see. I probably won't do that until the beginning of the year or something. So we shall see. I heard a lot of good things about night, and I heard a lot of bad. So, I'm gonna do my research on them and talk to a few recruiters and see how it goes. But if you have any other questions, make sure you ask them in the comment box below. You can also email me. I do respond back. You can add me on Facebook. I'm totally open to that. Instagram, Snapchat, I try to keep it open and friendly with you guys because I was once in your place. I understand. So if you have any questions at all concerning anything, I will be glad to help you. And again, because I get asked this every day, what school did I go to? I want to instill this in you. I went to Iowa Central Community College. So if you don't mind being gone 2 months and you don't mind going to Iowa, where it is country as hell, then I can help you. It was fun. It was a great experience for me being out of South Carolina. It was fun. I loved it. That's college life. I loved it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say, darling. I just have to say. So yeah. But what I will do is when I do talk to recruiters or whatever at night transport, I will make a video about that as well and try to get some information into who it is, because I will do that. I'm not getting fucked again. I'll tell you that now. No, I'm done. I'm over that getting lied to. I know they're gonna lie to you, but I have experience now. I know what to expect. I know shit about the industry now. So I'm not going in blind. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help whoever. And, you know, I don't want to see nobody make the same mistakes I made going into this, because when I decided to go to trucking school, let me tell you something. I started researching. It was a week in February. I started researching. That 1 week I researched like a mug. I researched, but I still didn't know shit. Yeah. So the next week, after I hadn't got turned down 1,000,001 times from trucking companies, because I thought I had a 15-mile-per-hour speeding ticket, and I did not. Got turned down. But you know what? It was a good thing, because my first choice was CR England. And because of that speeding ticket that they thought I had, they turned me down. And if that was not a blessing. So, that's why I said check everything before you go. But that week, I spent researching. I spent a whole week doing that and still didn't know shit. And the following week, it all boiled down to going to Iowa. That was the only school that wanted me, that was accepting me. They were like, we got your bus ticket ready. Are you going to come? Remember I said I spent 1 week. So come around that next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they had my bus ticket ready. So that's a week and a half. When I officially made up my mind that I was going, that was, the third day in the week. They gave me the call on that Wednesday, had my bus ticket ready the next day, and picked it up in Spartanburg. I was on the bus that Sunday morning, heading to Iowa. It was crazy. I never rode a bus anywhere. It was, child. Bless y'all heart. I'll never do this again. But yeah, Iowa Central is a good school, man. They're not gonna rush you to learn anything. They will go at your pace, and if they have to do one-on-one sessions, they will do that. That's why I say go to a college. come out a free agent and be able to pick whatever trucking company you want to go to. Don't set yourself up and go to a trucking company first and then end up under a contract like moi, having to pay back $3,000 for quitting when I don't even see what the fuck they spent $3,000 on with getting me there and through training. Like, I don't know. So yeah, be wise. Listen to what I'm telling you, because I will not tell you nothing wrong. But this video is 25 minutes long. I'm tired of talking. I'm sleepy. I done work third shift. I need sleep. So, again, if you have any questions or concerns, comment. That's the only way I'm going to know. That's the only way I'm going to be able to respond. Comment. So, I'll talk to you guys later when I hear some more about night transport, and I'll keep you guys updated. As you can see, I'm making frequent videos and shit. Like, I'm doing better. So, I'll talk to you guys later. You shit.
Got a tall red hoe, swear she want me. Shorty needs some transportation, but she can't afford it. I bought you ride this dick to work, but just watch where you going. Take my time gripping on her waistline. Started this at 90.